What you want, it wants you. It will literally find you. Your desire will literally hunt you down and look for you, find a way to present itself to you until you receive it. And I'm going to share with you a client success story of how that literally unfolded for him. And now he can laugh at it and he can look back, and he felt so much relief from the pressure of seeking, looking for it, because now he understands that his desires are actually out looking for him, and this is for you too. So stick with me to the end of the video so that you can remind yourself that you don't have to try and seek and make this happen. So before we get started, if you're new to my channel, my name is Rose and I'm a success and confidence coach, and I love working with people so that they can get what they want by getting out of their own way. I love to make shift happen within people because the shift inside is the reflection on the outside. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, go to TheRoseyLife.com. And for all of you who are returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much for your support. I truly do. I love watching the channel grow. And if you're interested in joining my Badass Confidence community, it is open-ended. You can join at any time. Everyone starts off with the same starter pack, and I am increasing the content in that now. And our community is growing and it's very supportive and loving, and there's a whole tab of success stories in there already for everyone to share and to see their own shifts that are happening within, and they're getting results on the outside with very little effort. So you can go to TheRoseyLife.com for more information there. All right, so I love this client success story that I just worked with him this week, and I asked if I could share the story. And he said, oh, of course, absolutely. So he's been practicing manifesting for a while, but hasn't really seen consistent results. And he really wanted to test out more of his power with other situations in his life and with other people. So he shared with me the story of how he's been going to a specific coffee shop for a couple of years now. And now in his country, he's able to have a tab running. It's not like in the US where you go to Starbucks and you got to pay as you go. No, like in other countries, there's actually a little bit more of a different custom where that is allowable. So he's able to go and run a tab. So he's been going to this place for a couple years, and he said not once has they ever given him any tiny little thing for free. Everything's charged, every extra is charged, like they don't give anything out for free. So he decided to make the impossible possible. And he decided one day, he said, you know what? They're going to give me something for free. They're going to offer me something for free. And he just made that decision one day. And within that same week, he went back to his coffee shop because he goes there regularly. And the owner of this coffee shop asked him to pick a dessert. He said, I would like to give you a dessert. And my client said, no, thank you. He said he was on a diet and that he doesn't eat pastries. And the owner's like, okay. Then the following time he came in, he asked him again. He said, hey, I would like to give you something for free. Pick whatever dessert you want. And again, the client said, no. So my client said this happened several times. And he said, I'm on a diet. I don't eat pastries and bread. He's like, I just don't want to right now. And he said, I just want my coffee. So finally, this manager had asked him several times. He was insisting that he take a free item. And my client kept saying no. And finally, one day, the manager said, fine, you don't want a free dessert? You don't pay your tab. He said, you don't owe anything. He cleared the tab that he had already run up for I forgot, like $80 or something. And he said, you don't owe anything. Your tab is cleared from today. And my client sat down with his coffee and he said, holy moly, I understand what just happened. I got the thing for free. In fact, the manager had been trying to force me to take something for free, and I just kept saying no. He didn't realize that this was his manifestation of having them give him something free. Remember, he wasn't specific. So the manager kept trying and trying and trying to give him something for free. and he kept rejecting it. So I love this story because it is a perfect analogy of whatever you desire, whatever you want, it wants you. It wants you really bad, okay? And it will find a way to come to you, even if you reject it. Even look at, a lot of people worry about that they're going to miss out on their manifestation, that they got to be looking for it, or they got to be at a right time, at a right location so that they can run into someone, or that they have to be in the right city or the right country, or they have to dress a certain way or look a certain, no, your desire, I like to look at it as like, is on a manhunt searching your ass down, and it will come to you no matter what. I have another client that said, I just believe that my desires are going to come to me whether I like it or not. My desires are coming to me. And of course we like it, but I thought it was just funny that she said that. So whatever it is that you're desiring, you cannot fuck it up. Like, my client was not specific on what he would get for free, and he kept not realizing, he kept missing that that was his manifestation trying to come to him, and he kept saying, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. So it finally got his attention and gave him a different variation of the free thing. And then my client got it. He's like, oh my God, I wasn't specific, and now I get it. I got the free thing. So this is not about you need to be specific or you need to stay general. This is not what this video is about. This is about reassuring you that whatever it is that you desire, whatever you are manifesting, intending, affirming, it doesn't matter if you've done it for an hour or you've been trying to do this for years. It doesn't matter. Your desires are never lost. They will always come and find you, even if you feel like you're off your game and you've jumped out of the state of the wish fulfilled, and you're not. Your desires are still coming to you. It is just a matter of you allowing and saying yes. And that desire with that client found a way to have their client say yes. So when we cooperate with the wish fulfilled, right? When we cooperate with what is happening around us, and what I mean by cooperating is becoming aware, observing what is happening to you, observing what is going on around you, and instead of looking for problems, looking for faults, or looking for negative meanings about what's happening around you, and instead assign the meaning that everything is working out, everything is leading me to my desires, everything is a bridge, everything is working out for me. That is how you cooperate and allow things to come to you, and you say yes to things, right? You don't have to say yes to everything if you don't want to, because clearly, like my client, the manifestation will find a different way to come to you. So you are able to relax, to know that your desires want you, and they're literally trying to find a way to you. The only thing that you're doing is preparing your, like I've said before, you're preparing this container, your physical self, the way that you see yourself. You're preparing yourself to receive it. That's all you have to do. It will find you. It will come to you. Another example is, I remember when I first started learning to manifest money, I wanted to find money and laying around wherever I went. And I remember saying, okay, I'm affirming. I find money all the time. I love finding money. Money comes to me. I was affirming these things because I wanted to find money, like on the sidewalk or wherever, weird random places. And I noticed that I would affirm these things, but then I started looking around. Like, I'd be walking and I'd be looking to see if money was, I'm like, oh, could there be money on this side? What about in this parking lot? I'd constantly be looking for the money. And I finally realized that I was doing that for a while. And I was like, wait, hold on. I don't have to look for it. I literally don't have to look for the money. The money is going to just show up in my face. And every time I noticed that I was looking for it, I would pull myself back and say, no, Rose, you don't have to look for it. It's going to come to you. It finds you. You don't seek it. It comes to find you. In other words, it will put itself in its path where you cannot miss it. It's impossible. You cannot miss it. So ever since then, now I find money, and it just always right in front of my face. A more recent example of this is, I was at the store with my son, and we were shopping at a Target, and I don't think I've shared this before, but if I have, you're going to hear it again. Maybe I've shared it in my course. But anyway, I was shopping in the store with my son, and I remember on the way to the store, I was affirming, you know, money comes to me, money loves me, I'm always receiving money. On the way out of the grocery store, we walk out to my car, and on the trunk of the car was a wad of cash. It was like a $5 bill and some $1 bills and then a bunch of quarters. And it was just a wad of cash on the trunk of my car. And my son's like, what is this doing here? And I was like, it's money. It's money just coming. And he's like, yeah, but why did someone leave this here? And then he started looking at the car to figure out what's wrong. Did someone hurt the car? Is there a problem? Is this a prank? I've seen pranks like this on YouTube. Maybe we shouldn't touch it. While he's over there freaking out, inspecting the car, I just grabbed the cash and I put it in my purse. I'm like, I'm used to money finding me. I'm used to money coming to me. Money always finds a way to get to me, and I can't miss it. Can you imagine how many people must have walked by my car and saw cash on top of the car? They could have taken it, but nope. It waited. That little money just sat there waiting for Rose to come out of the store so that it can come home with me. I didn't have to worry about someone else taking it. I didn't have to worry about looking for it. I wasn't looking around for it. It was literally there in my face. So that's how I want you to start seeing all your manifestations, that all your manifestations are all looking for you. They're all coming to you. I don't have to look around for them. It's going to find me. It's looking for me. It's on a manhunt looking for me. So I hope this video is encouraging and it gives you a different perspective on why you don't have to look for your desires. You just have to prepare this container to receive your desires. All right? All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.